Moria Lau joined the Airport Authority's Airport Ambassador Program in January as a youth ambassador. She learned about the program from the Labour Department and wanted to hone her communication skills and team spirit by working at the airport. The program launched in 2002, aiming to provide customer service to tourists and airport visitors. Each participant must commit to at least 6 months' service. They undergo 10 days of training on the airport's basic operations, emergency response, as well as communication skills and interpersonal relationships. Before they begin working at the airport, they are stationed at different areas within the airport and deal with visitor inquiries. Encountering tourists of different nationalities, Moria has learned to open up and be more communicative. My communication skills have improved as I can understand the needs of tourists from different places by talking or even using body language, Moria said. To keep abreast of the latest developments in the tourism and aviation industries, Moria studies English and Japanese after office hours with the aid of a government subsidy. She hopes to work in an aviation-related industry after she finishes the program. In the 6 years since its inception, the program has recruited more than 700 youth, students, and senior ambassadors. Augustin Wan is one of them. The 61-year-old ex-divisional commander of the airport's fire services contingent joined the program after he retired. He remains healthy and energetic and wanted to continue to serve the community. Having been a senior voluntary ambassador for 5 years, Mr. Wan said helping tourists solve problems brings him great satisfaction. He recalls the time a U.S. family on their way to Beijing discovered their U.S. passports had expired and their Chinese visas were invalid when they checked in. He helped them reapply for the documents and they were able to fly to Beijing later the same day. Due to his commitment to volunteer work, Mr. Wan received a Gold Service Award in 2004. The award was recognition for my job, and I will keep on serving tourists with my sincerity, bringing them beautiful memories and improving the image of Hong Kong's tourism industry, Mr. Wan said. The number of applicants for the Airport Ambassador Program has been increasing at an average rate of 15% a year. In the first half of this year, there were about 300 applications for youth ambassadors.
Most of the youth ambassadors found it easy to find a related job in the industry. A good example is the last batch of ambassadors, the youth and the student ambassadors. 80% of the members of the ambassadors actually found a job in the airport, airline, and related industry.
The authority's General Manager of Terminal Business, Henry Ma, said the program recruits about 170 to 200 airport ambassadors a year. This year, 215 ambassadors were recruited, including 60 full-time youth ambassadors and 60 voluntary student ambassadors.
We can give the exposure to the youth, or in that category means students who are still understudy and those who just graduated but without a degree. So we would like to give them that chance of exposure to some working experience at the airport environment. On the other hand, for those retired elderly citizens, we also would like to give them some opportunity to continue to serve the community.
Tourists appreciate the program too. The authority has received more than 120 letters complimenting ambassadors. To maintain the service quality, the authority reviews the program from time to time.
Recurrent training is very important, and that's why we spend a lot of time talking to the ambassadors to see what are their training needs and also to give them the recurrent training that they need.
With the rising number of passengers, Mr. Ma said the authority may recruit more ambassadors depending on the demand for customer services.
This terminal has grown from 30 million people to 49 million people last year and will continue to grow. And with the grown number of passengers, we would like to add more ambassadors so that we could deploy them to more strategic locations in order to provide better services.